Welcome to Climbing Clouds. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I'm going to get into a reading that's been on my mind. It's for the eclipse, I guess, because we have the eclipse right around the corner. But whenever you listen to this is when it's meant for you. As we all know, there's no time in tarot. Oh yeah, this keeps coming out. The Mystic. Every time I touch this deck, this card comes out. So for some reason, maybe it's just meant to accompany my readings with you. So I'll try not to just put a personal spin on this, but this card did come out. Okay, I'll show you a better picture of it too. It almost looks like she's holding a lightsaber. This is the Night Goddess deck. Really beautiful deck. I just kind of wanted to see what would come through as a protection reading for you right now as the creative collective. We are a high vibe tribe just trying to find our creative voices in this world, which so often can make that process feel really oppressive. So that's why, if you found this channel, that's why I urge you to like and subscribe to keep your own creative voice alive. Okay, so I'm going to draw a few from this deck. This is the Night Goddess deck. Wow, this is potential. What is your potential? In traditional tarot, this is the Fool card. It's the number 0. And I do have a reading, if you want to look back through the videos, that goes through the focus of the Fool's journey and the meaning behind that card. It's a very powerful card within the entire deck. It's the wisest of all the cards because it encompasses, as we know, 0 encompasses all the numbers and the greatest potential. And it's delivered through the faith of your inner child, which guides the Fool. It's just a knowing and trusting and almost an innocence to the entire, putting your trust in God, as they say, or the universe. It's that level of trust. So you see how she's almost walking off the cliff? That's kind of what I mean by that. Not to put yourself in harm's way, not at all. She has this magnificent cat next to her too. And this is a great card to start with for the beginning of, besides the Mystic. Going into your mystical energy, here you are trusting the process. And so in embarking on the Fool's journey, this is where you are being guided through as a protection reading. That's what I'm giving you right now, is just a feeling of that. This reading, I've got the 10 of Wands, which can speak to burnout. So maybe asking yourself right now, what is burning you out? What do you need to put down for a second or longer? Yeah, there's the energy. The 5 of Swords is a conflict. And then you're balancing this. This looks like Libra energy. The 2 of Cups. This is an interesting perspective of of 2 of Cups. It has a Libra quality to it with the scales. So coming into balance for the sense of love in your life. And maybe this is the balance to the conflict and to where you're feeling burned out. Something really good is coming out of that when you decide to balance the elements in your life. Yeah, so you're going through like a really big eclipse. This is the shadow process. And here's the moon. That's interesting. So you might be facing your shadow side right now and kind of like weeding out some of those elements that just aren't serving you anymore and letting them go. Kind of reprioritizing your life. You're starting your own revolution. And here's the nymph of swords. So a lot of truth is coming to light, causing your own personal revolution. And then we have the Eight of Swords. This could be some of your own inner demons that you're facing, some of your own self-critical voices. The critic is meant to be there to balance the creative. So you can't have one without the other. They're like two sides of one coin. And as you trust in yourself, your critic voice will get drowned out. You have to learn to do that, though. It's not going to be automatic. And sometimes you get it from other people, which is even harder to drown out because there's a lot of naysayers and they can come at you from all sides. I mean, family can be the biggest naysayers in your life. Friends, too. People that are closest to you can often almost feel like a sabotage in your own creative life. And learning to trust your own voice amidst the naysayers is part of that process. So we have here the Five of Cups, which typically is a lot of disappointment, but look how many beautiful flowers are coming out of this. And that's what I'm drawn to, is seeing all these flowers that are blooming from a lot of disappointment, a lot of emotional disappointment. And maybe this is watering something deeper within you that is going to be bringing forth this beginning of truth and clarity in your life. It's like a sobering up process, basically. Yeah, and then you're going to stand up for what you believe in. The Warrior of Wands. Nobody's going to tell you what you're good at. You can decide that yourself. And then you've got the Two of Pentacles here. So, yeah, it's a form of juggling, but maybe that's what you need to do right now to make things happen in your life. You know, sometimes you can't put everything down to pick up new things all at once. Sometimes you have to juggle things. And so just make sure that you're doing this ethically, of course. And then this energy, what's coming through with this? Let's draw another deck, actually. Why is the Two of Pentacles? I'm going to draw from a different deck entirely. I almost sense like a ninja energy with the Two of Pentacles in this card that we just saw. The two out of that deck. I have like a weird defensive energy, like like you're blocking people. Okay, and so then a sense of generosity is coming through. The King of Cups. This is really interesting. What does this have to do with the Two of Pentacles? And then the King of Pentacles. So you might have some dual ideas in your life about how you're making a living that, they could even contradict each other. But you're learning to balance that. And as you do that, you are embarking on a lot of stability in your life. Look how he's balancing on the reindeer's antlers. This is coming from sorrow and pain. And we've got the Lovers. And this is making a choice in love, actually. The Lovers always stands for that. It's ruled by Gemini. And in some decks, it even shows twins because it's that energy of, it's like a yin-yang, right? This is a unique version, a girl and a bird. It's kind of a whimsical version of the Lovers. Then we have the King, or the Knight of Pentacles, moving very slowly but taking action in a slow, methodical way. I'm being drawn to shuffle. I'm an intuitive reader, so if I just feel like doing something, that's when I do it. And it's very instinct-based. This card wants to come out. So this is the Three of Swords. This is a lot of heartbreak. There's something about pain coming through this reading that almost like a motivating force. Motivating you toward your most heartfelt desires, the Nine of Cups. You're growing a garden. This is the Page of Pentacles. It has kind of like a innocent child's play feeling to it. And then we have Temperance, the heart and the head, and the King of Swords. I kind of sense that this is a really interesting rendition of the King of Swords. It's a woman, first of all, which is a strange rendition for a king card. This deck has multiple, both female and male versions of each card, which is an interesting, it's the Mystical Moments deck. And I always see this card as a fairy godmother type, like almost like the star energy, like a healing coming through. There's some kind of truthful healing that you're embracing right now, and it's really healing your head and your heart. And you've got this, the Two of Pentacles is what we were looking into. It's like a the figure 8, which stands for infinity, and a sense of continuum. Three of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Now we have the Queen to the King of Pentacles. It's like you're really forging together your most opposites, the most opposite sides of your nature. You're learning to temper those. So things can seem extremely unbalanced at times when you're doing that, and maybe as you move through those shadow elements, the masculine and feminine balances. And this could also be outside in your life, like all of a sudden things that were not balanced in your life, you'll start to establish priorities and goals and let go of things that just don't bring you balance anymore. And this could even be with relationships too. And then we have here, look at how the Ten of Wands is changing. We had that at the beginning of the reading, and it was like a feeling of burnout. But this version of the Ten of Wands is a feeling of bounty. And we have the Hierophant. Wow. So the Hierophant is very traditional, but it's like the tree of knowledge here in this picture. I love this version of the Hierophant. And Justice. So this is ruled by Taurus, and this is ruled by Libra. So some kind of karmic justice, maybe, and like a knowledge that's overseeing all this. It's like your karma is coming back around in a really fair way and bringing you justice, bringing you the authority. The authority is coming into your life. The authority to start a whole new path. Because here's the Fool again. I love this version of the Fool too. It's this whole entire path is on an alligator's back. It's a really interesting version of the Fool. It's almost like your primordial energy bringing you to a whole new adventure. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Look at this version. Wow. You're moving forward. Whatever is going on with all this, and you might feel like you're moving really slowly, but you are moving forward. You are progressing. This is ruled by Cancer. And here again, we have the King of Cups coming through. Why is the King of Cups coming through? There's some kind of, this is the Nine of Wands, which speaks to anxiety. There's some kind of anxiety with the emotional side. The emotions are running high. Yeah, walking away can bring up a lot of anxiety. Walking away, this is the Eight of Cups. It's walking away from what doesn't emotionally serve you anymore. Going into the Three of Pentacles, which is building and collaborating with others to build your dreams in a way that is like a common vision, you know, being around like-minded people, being around like-minded goals, and standing your ground for what, you know, like protecting what you've created and standing your ground. This is the Seven of Pentacles. This is like hanging out and working on your crops, even when, like, against the weather, like maybe the weather's coming in and it's threatening your bounty that you've worked really hard through the entire season cultivating, and it's taking those extra steps to protect that. And then again, the World, embarking on a whole new chapter. This is part of the Fool. It's part of that energy. It's moving forward, but in a big way. You might be making some big changes right now, but you're protected. And here's the Empress. How beautiful. This is the ultimate abundance and feminine energy. I'm being drawn now to draw a dragon oracle card. So I'm going to do that. This deck is so thick that I can't really shuffle it traditionally. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, this came out. Beginnings. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I don't know what I'm going to draw either. So This is insane. So this is the beginnings, just like the Fool. It's really coming through. This is so wonderful how messages come through completely randomly. Okay. And then happiness, following your bliss, and inspiration, feeling inspired. Okay. I like that. All right. I'm going to draw... I just want to clarify a few things, and I'm going to use the Vintage Housewives deck to do that. We've got the moon. Things that are hidden is that there's a lot of changes going on. This might be hidden from people around you in your life, that you're going through a huge change right now, and that's okay. You don't have to tell the whole world, but you're coming to the end of something. And you might feel like you're going to be judged for this, but this is also you making major judgment calls. So you have the authority to do that. That's okay to do that because you're starting a new journey. Here's the Fool again for the 4th time. Wow. And here's the 4 of Swords. This is standing your ground. I always see this as like putting on your game face. You're walking away from a lot of disappointments. To your 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh. This is like the ultimate happiness from probably your worst times. This is going from one extreme to the other, and you have to just trust the process. You have to be like the child in the Fool. The Fool energy will get you there. Learning about the Fool energy and embracing that will get you to your 10 of Cups. Okay, I'm asking you to have some faith here. See a whole new perspective. That's what this card's all about. The Hanged Man. It's like hanging out upside down and getting a whole new perspective. This is your time to walk into the Emperor. Now we have the Emperor to the Empress. The 3 of Wands, the Emperor to the Empress, and Strength. Wow. Okay, so the 3 of Wands is showing me that you can do the work. You can do this. You have all of the necessary tools and skills to tackle because you're the Emperor, right? And the Empress is this energy here of abundance, and it's like the force that's really moving through this big tower moment, through this big change. And then you're following your heart. This is ruled by Leo, Strength. And you have the courage to do this, these big changes that you need to make in your life. Here's the Hangman. That clarifies that. That might be where you are right now. You might just feel like you're hanging out and trying to gather the strength to do what you need to do. And that you are taking a step back. And that's okay to do that. Sometimes that's important to do that. Oh my gosh, I'm going to end it on this. I cannot believe this card came out 5 times. I wonder if it would show up in this deck too. No, but this is very poignant. Okay, so the Fool, kid you not. These cards are not rigged. These are random. I'm at work right now, so I mean, and I just am randomly drawing cards. And then this is the Chariot again. This is moving forward. The Chariot only moves one way. And this is the 9 of Cups. This is your ultimate wish fulfillment. From the 3 of, this is from heartbreak, okay? You're moving from heartbreak. But you know what? You're moving in strength. The strength card is coming through again. This is amazing. Okay, so it's finding your path. What is your heart? I think following your heart right now is the most important thing. That needs to be your highest priority. And that's what you're tempering. The temperance card came through. It's the heart and the head. You might be fighting with yourself about that. But this is a brand new beginning in passion. And the Hierophant is back again. This is the authority. It's like you have permission or something, you know, you have permission to follow your heart. And you must follow your heart. This is the Queen of Swords. It's like, this is your truth. You cannot run away from yourself. Yeah. If you don't follow your heart, then you have a lot of toxicity that you have to deal with when you don't do that, when you don't listen to yourself. That's how disappointment comes up. And this is walking away from disappointment. So this is like, I'm looking at, hey, if you don't do this, what's the other side of that? This is the other side of that. It brings you back to the Tower, the major changes. The strife, the Five of Swords, where you're like conflict, you're in conflict. So I'm going to draw one more Night Goddess card. We have Justice and the Seven of Cups. You have a lot of choices. You're never stuck in one area. You're not ever in a corner. You always have choices. And that's your Justice. That's again ruled by Libra. This is the beginning of passion. What are you passionate about? What makes your heart sing? What makes you happy? And that's what you're being asked to create new beginnings for. That's what all these changes are for, so that you can be on this path. And I'm delivering you this message. I'm a Libra rising. That's like my life purpose. Your rising is your life purpose. If that makes you feel any better to this process. All right, so thank you for climbing clouds. Be good to yourself.